you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Lift and Shine podcast. This is your host, Coach C, and I'm joined with the amazing Andrew McCoy. Let's go. It's been a minute. And before I give the mic to him, he got on and I was like, both have big smiles and we're like so excited for this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to hear anything about you right now. I just want to dive into this recording, so we can just chit chat and see what's been going on in your life, because I cannot wait to hear what's been going on with you. So handing over the mic to you. How are you? What the heck's been going on?
Ooh, oh man, let's see. So many things, right? We had our newborn, so that was a wild ride. Been just trying to navigate this whole new life, right? It's been a challenge for sure. And one of our topics is falling off track. So, that's one big thing that I've been struggling with the last probably 2 weeks. So, the first week when Finn Isaiah McCoy, so we have two boys. So I have Derek Thomas McCoy and Finn Isaiah McCoy. So I'm so blessed and so happy. Like, I want a little princess 100%, but I wanted to have two boys. Like, I wanted brother. Like, I just wanted Derek to be able to experience having a brother. I always wanted one for myself. And so I'm just excited that he gets that experience, just because I feel like, I have my best friends that I call my brothers, but I don't have that blood brother, right? And I just know that it's a special bond. And so I was just so excited that we were able to do that. And then I'll also kind of give you a little bit of how and when he was born, what we went through with that. And this is really such a big pivotal moment in my life, because when Derek was born, that's when I got hit with OCD. And so it's just been one of these things where I know also in the back of my wife's mind, and I can't put any blame on her for this, but I disappeared when my son was born, when Derek was born. So, I'm sure in the back of her mind, this is all worries that she has. It's a big life moment, big life change. How is Andrew going to react to this, right? How is new Andrew going to be here? How is he going to be present? How is he going to support me? And these are all questions that I'm asking myself and I'm worried about, and I have my own anxieties and insecurities about. And so it was also a challenging time because it was our busy season kickoff. And so, we're also we just moved into this brand new facility. And like I was saying to Charlotte, it's growth is messy, growth is sloppy, growth is painful. And, I had this mission at the beginning of the year, and I set this hard goal for me where I knew it was going to push boundaries. And that was, ice bath 365 days. Gym 365 days. I am actually 2 days or 1 day away from hitting 365 days, no alcohol. So I'm super excited about that. That was a gigantic accomplishment. But after Finn was born, I fell off my routine. So I got to like 109 days in a row consecutive of ice baths, which I'm so proud of myself. That is still such a strong, that's killer. But I've been beating myself up, and I put myself in this dark hole the last 2 weeks where I was just like, my body image, right? I'm looking at myself and I'm just grabbing my gut and I'm just beating myself up. I'm that bully from grade school, just constantly just berating myself, calling myself a fat piece of shit, calling myself, every name in the book that you can think of. And just, I know what I needed to do. And today I was like, I'm jumping on this podcast. I need to get in the ice bath. I need to go hit the gym. I need to just get out of my own way. And it's so funny because we always put these walls up, but they're invisible walls. It's just, if we manufacture them in our own heads, and it's like, there's no actual wall there. Like I can I can keep moving. I can move my arms. I can keep walking. I can keep going. And here I am just letting this imaginatory demon, bully, wall, whatever you want to call it, dragon, just keep me from just doing what I need to do. I'm my own worst critic. I am
Yeah.
my own worst enemy. And it's so funny because it's like, I'm the roadblock. Who knows me better than me, right? I don't need to go watch hours of game film. I don't need to go study my opponent. I know my opponent and I know what I'm up against. And it's literally just taking action of just, I don't care. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to cause anxiety. It's going to cause whatever, all these different emotions, but I need to feel them and I need to experience them. And so today I'm like dunking my head in the cold plunge, and I'm like getting anxious because I'm feeling like I'm suffocating. I'm feeling like, oh no, like it's only been 2 seconds, but I feel like I need to take this breath. And instantly this power came over me where I was just like, dude, you're freaking out. You don't need to. Stick your head back in there and tell yourself everything is okay. And then I did that, and it was just this instant, oh my God, what have I been doing? Like, this is the secret. This is all it takes. This is what the 1% does, is they just keep going, right? They keep going through the mess. I don't have my own private office. Luckily, nobody's here today, and I made sure that I set it up that way. But, we're a $3 billion company, and I'm literally I got, it's messy. It's terrible. It's whatever, but it's beautiful all at the same time. And so that's kind of a lot in a little, but I also want to hear what's going on in your life as well too, and we can just keep diving.
Yeah. Before I dive into what's going on with mine, I want to touch base on a couple of points that you mentioned, because I'm a geek, guys. I'm a geek at heart. I made notes, and I just love to just like touch base on what you said to really like reiterate some of the things that you said that are super important for people that are listening right now. One, growth is fucking messy. Messy. You start a weight loss, you start a journey, you start a business, you think, easy, it's going to be so much fun. Like me moving to Mexico, it's going to be easy peasy, right? Then it's like, oh, wait, no clients are coming in. Wait, I don't have money to buy a carton of eggs. Oh, shit. Like things are going to be messy. Things are going to be fucking messy. So I love that you said that. And also, let's take a freaking moment to celebrate 109 days of consistent ice bath. Do you see how people, they set these high achievable goals. They get to 109 days, and instead of looking at the accomplishment, you are dwelling on the fact that you stopped for a little bit. That's, to me, that's mind-boggling, but that's how people think. And that's when those self-limiting beliefs and those thoughts of I'm not good enough, I'm a failure because I didn't get to 365 days. Are you kidding me? You're a winner to do 109 days of ice bath. People can't even do one.
Right.
So let's celebrate you for a second that you kept going for 109 freaking days. It's amazing. And I want you to pat yourself on the back right now, because I don't think you even realize this. There you go. Like 109 days. So that's huge. And then this is where I go into the all or nothing mentality. That's why people fall off track. They set these huge goals that they want to do this, they want to do that, which is great. Set those goals, but be kind to yourself and know that life happens. You have a newborn baby. Like that's a fucking big life change, and be okay with, hey, I'm going to step back for a bit, not focus on myself and focus on my wife, my kid, my newborn. Like be okay with being in that season. Like we all have different seasons in our lives. Not every season is going to be go. Some seasons will be like, I'm going to chill for a little bit. I'm going to step back and just fucking relax and just be present. And I love The fact that you are present with your kid now, you're able to be there for your kid. But do you see how then you're being hard on yourself?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, 100%. And that's what's so insane about, like, just that's what you see on a consistent basis with everyone, with every single person. Like you said, it's setting these high expectations, which is great, which is needed. You need to set high goals that push you, but then giving yourself the grace. Like, I should have known when I set the goal that it probably wasn't as realistic as what I thought, because knowing that Hannah was going to have a baby, knowing that I was going to need to like make sacrifices in certain areas because I was needed somewhere else. And that alone is power. That alone is being able to recognize that and see that and say, you know what? That goal really isn't that important. What's important now is making sure that I'm there for my wife, making sure that I'm there for my kids. And with that, yes, I need to take care of myself in order to be there for them. But if I don't take care of myself by giving myself grace, you know, I can go work out all day long, go jump in ice baths all day long. But if I can't give myself grace on the sacrifices that I need to make, such as the business, such as the working out, such as my diet, such as all of this stuff, I'm also creating way more stress in my life. I'm creating mental health issues. And now I'm actually doing the complete opposite of what I'm saying that I'm doing, right? Where it's like, okay, I'm sacrificing not going into my ice bath, but mentally I'm a fucking mess and I'm still not here. I'm not in the ice bath, but I'm here, but I'm not actually here.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing in these, you know, in life and seasons and things that you have going on and all this shit. It's, you have to, there's no such thing as like a true balance, because sometimes one thing just needs more attention than the other. And you're constantly going to go through that mentally, where it's like, oh man, like I feel like I'm here, but I should be there, or I'm here and I should be there. And you just need to learn how to be present in where you're saying that you need to be, because you're always going to beat yourself up no matter what.
100%. And you're exactly where you're supposed to be. That is a phrase that I've learned, that no matter what is going on in your life, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and be okay with where you're at. But if you're not happy where you're at, then that's when you take action. You move forward. You don't look back. You don't say, poor me, I should have done this. I should have done. No. What can I do today to make me feel better? What can I do today to support my mental health? Right. And yeah, we have seasons, and taking care of yourself, yes, especially with a newborn, is crucial. But it may not have been the ice bath. It may just be taking some deep breaths in the morning before getting out of bed and getting out of bed. Like, that's it. You don't have to make this big morning routine mantra, like running, and I'm going to be there for my baby. Like, fuck that. You're exhausting. Like, just breathe. 10 breaths. That's it. And as business owners, we both know running a business, it does not stop. It doesn't stop. But it's so important to be present and realize when, like, the awareness of, okay, you know what, like right now, my mental state is not good. So let's focus on that. And then let me focus on the business afterwards, because it's important. Yes, it's important to grow the business, but it's important to work on ourselves, because I've learned that if you're not good up here, your business is not good either. It's a fact. You are a product. Your business is a product of you. Right?
Yep. No, 100%. A quote that I heard today actually was, you know, a business owner or a human, just anybody in general, they want a million different things when they're healthy. When they aren't healthy, they only want one thing, and they want their health, right? Same thing. Like, and that is so powerful, because it's so true. And the win is really just in the learning and the recognition of like, hey, sometimes you need to be sad and depressed and in darkness, because that's where you're going to learn. Like you're always, the thing with growth is you don't want to just sit here anyways. You don't want to reach the top, because the top is just as depressing as the bottom. It's probably even more depressing because you have everything and you still feel like you're not fulfilled. And so you need to lead life with purpose, right? You want more, but it's like, what else can I have? What else do I want? I have the houses, I have the cars, I have the wife, I have the husband, I have the children, I have all this stuff, and yet I still feel empty. And honestly, that's also a great place to be, because now you can internally look at what my priorities are now. And that's why you see a lot of people that do end up making all this money start going down a philanthropic like avenue. They start going through this life search of, all right, I thought this was what I needed. I thought this was what I wanted. I thought I had purpose, but now I'm here and it's still empty. What do I need to do? How do I want to impact? What do I want my deathbed to look like? And so, sorry, let me shut off this phone.
You're good.
If you can hear that. But it's just so powerful. Like the darkness we look at so negatively, and it's so powerful. Like yesterday, I literally was sitting there and, the old thoughts were just popping in of, all right, maybe it's better if I wasn't here. Maybe my family doesn't need me. And you start going down that rabbit hole of just, that darkness, and you're sitting there and you're like, I need to crawl myself. I got to do something different. I'm doing the same thing over and over again. But what's the lesson in this? And it's like, okay, I'm not giving myself grace. I'm not content no matter where I am, and I need to learn how to be content. And so now I need to go play with my son, put my phone down, not look at Instagram, not scroll, not do anything besides be present with my family. And then it's like all of a sudden you just feel these emotions coming up of okay, there's some joy, there's some happiness. I see my son smiling, he gets excited to see me, and I'm here and I'm focused on it. And so for me, that was a learning lesson. Okay, like I'm stressing way too much about shit that is probably out of my control, and I, for some weird reason, have this fallacy that it is in my control, right? So just learning how to be content, I guess would just wrap that kind of all up. Is you're gonna beat yourself up, and you need to give yourself grace and learn how to be content.
I love this. I love this because in a fitness journey, in a business journey, in any journey that you have a goal, you want to get somewhere. Once you realize you have to be happy and content with where you're at in the present moment, that's when you are able to accomplish these goals better in a more efficient way. But also because if it doesn't work out, you're like, but I'm happy where I'm at right now. So I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. We just had a group coaching call on Fridays, and we literally just talked about that because one of my clients, she's been procrastinating her vision board, and she's been through a lot in the past couple of years. She joined the program, and I said to her, the vision board is going to help you really visualize where you want to be in 6 months. She's been procrastinating it. And I put her on the spot in a group call, and I said, I believe the reason you're procrastinating it is because you're afraid of success from it. What if you do become happy? What if you do lose the weight? What if you're able to love yourself again? But then there's also the fear of failure. And you don't want to have that in front of your face. You have the vision board in front of your face. You're like, what if I'm not getting there? Right? It's all these fear. And then when it comes to anxiety, those fears, you're then creating these stories in your head that's then creating anxiety. Anxiety doesn't exist. Everybody that's listening right now, you have to realize anxiety does not exist. It's something that we create. If we're able to really tell ourselves and change the script and saying, I'm safe, I'm loved, I'm protected, I'm happy, I'm at peace. And you say it over and over again, you breathe, it just goes away. Everything that you have around you is just objects and things that don't need to cause you anxiety and stress. And I know as a business owner, it's like, we need to do this. We need to do more and more and more. I felt, listen, anxiety off the roof this morning. I woke up, dog sick, so I have to go walk him, and I have a call in 3 hours, and I want to go to the gym. And I literally, and I'm like, I have to answer all these people in my client. I felt it this morning. I fucking felt it. And I went for a walk with the dog. There's a dog behind us, like chasing us, more anxiety on me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to die here in Tulum. Nobody knows where I am. Like, this is awesome. So I finally get back, and he's my boyfriend's like, hey. And I'm like, I just sat down. I just started breathing. I was like, just give me a second. And I just took control of the situation. And I did exactly just this. Like, I'm loved. I'm safe. I'm protected. And another thing is, I'm a fucking time bender. I think we've talked to you about that before. Like, yes, I have 2-3 hours to get to my next call. For us, 3 hours in the morning, it's like, okay, I want to do my stretching. I want to go to the gym. I want to come back and make my breakfast. Like, it goes by fast. 3 hours goes by really fast. So I was feeling all of that this morning, and I just paused, and I just took some breath, and now I'm here, and I've gone a lot accomplished this morning, and I'm going. And I said, if things don't get accomplished today, they'll be there tomorrow. And your clients, your people are still going to be there no matter what. You're one person, one human. And yeah, we have teams under us, people that help us. But at the end of the day, we still hold the power, the control of everything at the end of the day, even if it's more work, right? You want to go up. It's more work, and more stress and more anxiety. So it's so important in your life to just take control of your emotions. And when you're feeling that stress and anxiety, to just remind yourself that you're safe, that you're okay. And like you said, be present with your kids. And this weekend's the long weekend. There's Easter weekend, those celebrating it. And I want everyone to be present with your family and get off social media. Don't look at this other person's life. Don't compare yourself. I wish I was Coach C living in Tulum, Mexico. You don't know the shit that I deal with. It's been a month since I didn't have high-speed internet. And trust me, for my business, I needed it. So I haven't been on.
Getting chased by dogs.
And half the time you don't have water. We didn't have hot water for like 2-3 weeks here. Like, there's been leaking in the, like, listen, it's not what people think when you see social media. So that's a very, very important point here, is to not compare yourself with any other people, especially social media.
Yeah, no, two important topics right there is the pause. Like, I tell my crews this all the time. It's like they're in this rat race and they don't stop to just take. It doesn't have to be a 20-minute pause. Like you said, like, so to go back to your client that is procrastinating on the vision board. Yes, it's that fear of failure. But what's more dangerous, staying where you are or going after that vision? Because guess what? Even if you fail at getting to that vision, you just increased from where you were. Even if you got a third, a half, a quarter, a centimeter, like, it doesn't matter. You just improved your life, right? And so I struggle with that too, because, like, I know I'll always talk about myself as a choke artist or whatever, right? That internal bully of years past, years traumas, years past failures that you deem as a failure. For me, it was college baseball. I played 3 years. I developed the yips, never wanted to discuss it. I had anxieties, was embarrassed by it. And, that was what I worked up for, the first 20 years, 23 years of my life. And that will always creep in. But the pause too, right? So to kind of bring that back into the pause, of that 1 second pause allows you and allows your mind to just say, oh, okay, hold on. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I have a second. Like, that 1 second's not going to delay you any. It's just like speeding in your car. A lot of times you think going 75, 80 in a 65 is going to get you there 20, 30 minutes ahead of schedule, when really it's getting you there maybe 2 minutes early.
Yeah.
Unless if you're doing 120 in a McLaren, you're not making that big of an impact. Slow down, save yourself some money, and don't get a ticket. Now, I need to tell myself that all the time because I am a speeder and I do like to drive fast. So I'm actually saying that for myself, guys. But it's just in reality, it's just life in general. Take a fucking second, breathe. Whew, that breath puts so much perspective in it, and it stops this firing that's going on in your mind, and it just allows you to say, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna put this into the truck this way, and that way when I get on site, I know exactly where it is, instead of I just threw it in the truck, got in the truck, grabbed my keys, ran, and now all of a sudden I'm on site and I'm looking for this damn tool that I know I threw in the truck, but because I was racing, I don't know where the hell it is. And now I'm actually causing myself more time. And then to go into the other topic of, do you want to be a consumer, or do you want to be the one that is promoting? Do you want, like, stop going on Instagram and scrolling, make your posts, communicate with who you want to communicate with, and get the fuck off. I'll sit there all day long and I'll compare my life to every other business. I'll compare my life to every other influencer. And it's this wormhole of, now I just became a consumer, and that's not who I want to become. So, and I know that's kind of contradicting, I guess, because you want to post so that people consume your your stuff, but at the same breath, it's, people do need to consume some of it, but you have to stop. The comparison component is really where it gets detrimental to you, right? Like, you want to watch Coach C coach you on Instagram, and that's okay, right? You want to consume that, you need to consume that so that you can learn and grow and take. It's what you consume, how long you consume it, and how you view it, right? So internally, that's where, like, a lot of this is, you have to always go introspective. You always have to say, okay, why am I consuming this? How am I looking at this? I'm comparing myself over here. I don't want to do that. Maybe I need a little reset. Maybe I need a little fast from social media because I'm letting it actually control me, and it's getting me depressed instead of uplifting me.
100%.
Sometimes I need to watch Instagram when I'm depressed so that I get angry at watching people be happy, and then it pushes me to do something. But then other times it pushes me farther into a depression, and I just need to go say, I'm going to throw my phone over there and I'm going to go take action. I'm going to go implement what they're doing into my actual life. I've taken enough knowledge. I've taken enough from them. I need to go take that action. It's going to be sticky. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be messy, and always going to be there. Everybody's always going to be there for me to go watch. There's always going to be information at my hands, at my fingertips, if I get stuck.
Yeah. I love that you shared that. And it's so important as people are watching. I love that they're watching and listening. And I hope that we can give you some value in this. And that's the thing. It's what you consume. And like he said, and how long, and understand that you are, like you said earlier, you said we're on the roadblock. You're your own roadblock. It's nobody else. So what are you consuming that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you get out of the funk, that's going to help you lose the weight, right? But don't compare, because I started the comparison game when I started my business online, fitness coaching. I'm not fit enough. I don't know what I'm doing. All these comparison game. But yet with, like, especially one or two individuals from here, and I didn't think I was good enough. And I stopped hanging out with them because I was like, oh, like, I'm just not where they're at. They've got millions of followers. I don't. But then after I spoke with them, they're like, yeah, you may not have millions of followers, but you have a way bigger community than we do. We have just like one or two clients. And, it's like, you think that because they have all these millions of followers that, they're ahead of you. But at the end of the day, you don't know what's really going on in their life and what they showcase. And I hope that you can all see my authenticity online, but know that, people watch me, oh, you eat so much carbs, this and that. It's like, I do now. Before I didn't. And I struggle with food. I struggle with bulimia. I struggle with body dysmorphia. Now I've made peace with food. I have an amazing relationship with food. I fucking eat 21 to 2,400 calories a day, and I'm upping. I'm trying to see how high I can go without gaining weight. Like, this is where I'm like, I want to gain muscle. I want to get the best shape of my life. But understand, like, if you see me, oh, she's always eating this, she's eating that. Like, the last night I had pancakes for like 700 calories. So it was really low on my calorie intake. It was such a busy day. Yeah, it happens, right? And people must be like, holy shit, like, she eats, how come I can't eat this much? I'm different. My body's different. It's me versus me. Please know that. You can get there. You can get there. But no, my journey wasn't easy. I had to go through things, and especially mentally. It's a whole mindset game. The weight loss, fitness, business. It's all about your mindset. And yeah, social media, what you consume is fucking, oh man, and what you do on social media. Giggle moment here. I posted an ad on Facebook. My first paid ad. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay like $20 for this ad for my retreat. I want people to come to my retreat. Da, 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 da. I posted a paid ad, and I got hundreds of people commenting, this is a fake ad, this is a fake this. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you guys have the time to do this? Like, an ad comes up. I'm like, what? I'm like, this isn't even fake.
So, yeah, like how like, and those are those energy vampires, right? Like, they're just there, they're trolling, they can't get out of their own way. They're facing and battling their own insecurities, and like I truly pray for them, because it's just it's so painful to actually see it. And it's like, man, you're literally like, you have that much energy to do that. Like, imagine if you put that energy into like something else that was actually beneficial. Maybe like it really it's so saddening to see it, you know. And impact. Let's talk impact real quick. Of, you know, we think that it needs to be this 20,000 person event. We think that it needs to, like, we look at our followers and we're like, oh, I only have 1,000 followers. Oh, I only have 500 followers. I only have, put 500 people in a room. Can you speak in front of them? Like, come on. Also, you hold the door open for somebody that's having a shit day. You don't think it's anything. You don't think you did anything in your day that impacted society. But guess what? You held that door open for somebody that had a shit day, and that put a smile on their face. Now they go to the next person. They might have, if you didn't hold that door open, they might have snapped on them. They might have had a completely different interaction with them. Now they have a better interaction with that person. Now that person is not pissed off anymore because they just got berated by some lady that was in a bad mood at fucking Starbucks because her macchiato was wrong. Like, you know, that's the shit that is, we as humans, we don't realize that it's like, it doesn't take much to actually make an impact. And so when you compare yourself to these people that have 1 million followers and 35% of them are fake, or, you know, 80 of them have been bought, like, it doesn't, like, you're comparing yourself to this fake reality, this fake world. And imagine taking those 500 people that are on your followers list, and even if only 100 of them show up, like, you get 100 views out of 500 followers, put 100 people in a room. That's a shitload of people. And like, I don't know about you, but I'm puckering. Like, it's nerve-wracking, it's scary. Like, oh my God, they're in front of me now. Like, this is a camera. This is VR. This is like, I don't care. Like, I don't know what everybody is watching this right now, how they're reacting. I don't see their facial expressions. They could be sitting here saying like, oh man, this fucking guy, what an idiot. Like, I don't have no idea. Right. Put them in front of me. Oh shit. Like, that's nerve-wracking. But I'm impacting 100 people that are going to go out and impact 100 people. That's, you know, like, that's crazy. That's 10,000 people that you could potentially impact just by speaking to 100.
100%. And I want to bring up Amanda Ashe, who, by the way, she just joined as a Shine Bright Fitness coach in my community, brand new coach in my community.
Awesome.
She has lost about 63 pounds right now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she has 500 people or something on her Instagram, but she inspires people every single day. I see the comments and I'm like, holy shit. So I've been actually mentoring her on the side. So now she's become a coach, and I'm super excited to have her because she's inspiring people without even her knowing. Like, that's the thing. It's the beauty of that. And I want to just like, for me on my Facebook, I've got about 10,000 followers. Listen, I got 10,000 followers. I think I have like 1 or 2 friends on there. So I don't even know who anybody is. I'm grateful you guys are following me. Appreciate you. Like, know that, like, my life, like, I'm such an introvert. Like, I'll be live and talk to you guys, and then I'm just reading my book and just chilling and playing with my puppy. So it's like, oh my God, like, so many people know her. It's like, no, you know what? We're just, so definitely don't compare. So I do want to wrap this up because I have to step into next call after this. But we talked about like life updates. Thank you for sharing your life updates. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability with your setbacks. So now, as a coach, I'm going to ask you something, and we're going to keep you accountable. So what are you going to do today and moving forward until we talk next Friday? By the way, I feel like we're going to keep doing these on Fridays if you're cool with it. I love it. Yes. Love it. What are you going to do every single day to pour into your mind and your soul?
Yeah, so I'm going to keep up with my journaling. So it's been pretty consistent, but still a little bit like that's one simple thing that I can do every single day, no matter what. The only excuse that I can come up with is that I was just lazy and I just didn't do it. Even if I write 2 words, thank you, right? Like, just be thankful for something. Find something to be thankful for, right? So the gratitude, the affirmations, those are really the 2 big things for me that really keep you in that perspective. And I always think like I have to do this extravagant breath work practice. Otherwise I didn't do a breath work. And it's like, just taking 2 deep breaths with 30-second pauses, something, right? Just like what we talked about. It doesn't have to be this 20-minute thing. And so I want everybody to know this, that your coaches, everybody that you watch, everybody that you consume, all goes through the same struggles that you go through. What I'm talking to you right now is I can coach this. I can preach this all day long. I still struggle. I still have these battles that I have to overcome, right? I know it. And so again, just the knowledge is there, seeing it and doing it. So implementing that definitely more consistently, staying on that track. And then I love this where my wife and I used to do this because we would struggle like with intimacy or something like that, where it's like, okay, we're going to do no less than 2 times a week, no more than 5, right? Like, just set yourself this like little kind of expandable, like malleable, like, okay, like, hey, we're going to get 2 in. If I get 3 in, great. No, I'm not going to set anything more than 5. I'm not going to put my pressure in. If I get 6, great. Like, it's just a plus. So I'm going to do that with ice baths and my gym, right? Like, okay, you know what? No less than 3. Like, that's my target. No less than 3. And that's attainable. That's easy. That's something that I can sit and talk with my wife and say, hey, look, these 3 days, I might not be home for dinner. I might wake up earlier and I won't be able to help you out. Are you good with that? Yes? Okay, great. If not, I'm going to change it. I'm going to make it work for our family, and I'm going to make it work for me. So I think those are really like the 2 things that I'm going to key in on for the following week.
I love that. Now we all know it. We're going to keep you accountable. And then we'll see on next Friday if you stuck to those. But it's so important. Anybody listening, like when you're setting a goal, just like he said, like I feel like having a tangible goal like that is going to make you feel good about just even accomplishing 3, because you didn't do, oh my God, I didn't do all of it. That's why the 75 hard, like I've done it in the past. And let me just tell you, it's again, the all or nothing mentality is just not going to get you anywhere. Because at the end of the day, our life's long, where it's like, okay, then what, right? Have fun, breathe, love, be playful. Like, enjoy your freaking life because tomorrow may not come. All right.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to finish off with that. Any last words?
Yeah, we're just to riff off of that real quick is just we're all searching for peace, and if you set these, like if you're like stressing about 75 hard, is that actually benefiting you, right?
Boom.
And don't get me wrong, try it, like go for it, but don't forget that like if it's causing you so much stress, then it's not worth it because it's actually killing you. It's not giving you health. It's not giving you peace. We want peace. We enjoy this life. Just like what Coach C said. I have no idea. I could walk out of a table could just fly off the shelf and knock me in the head and I not here anymore. So I love y'all so much, and let's just go win, and I can't wait to see y'all on Friday.
Yes, appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on. And before we finish it off, what is your Instagram handle so you can follow you? So you can gain more followers.
Oh, I just changed. Hold on. I just changed. Yeah, give me all the follows. I just changed it actually. So it is Andrew McCoy Rewired. I liked it better than what I had. So Andrew McCoy Rewired. I'm rewired now.
Stepping up into your new level, your new version of yourself. Like, I love that. And you keep changing and growing. Yep. And I fucking love this. Okay, I got to get going. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time, Andrew. Enjoy your time with the little one. Congrats again. And as I always say, peace, love, and don't forget your protein. Let's freaking go. Bye, everybody.